I've heard you talk, especially during this process, about the influence of Marjorie Lowman, too, who was our first female president of the association.
Marge was the president of the association that did the search when Jack Moomey announced that he was going to leave. And
who was the second executive director at
Who was
IPA
the second executive director after Bill Sullivan. And she conducted the search, and you know, my name popped up, and here we are.
But she had been a part of the association for some time.
Oh, real long,
years, right?
very long time, and very, very influential. You know, but she was one of those real forward-looking people that saw some things about the association that she would like to change, but for a variety of reasons, change kind of came hard in some of those middle years, and. You know, she wanted someone to take the helm who would allow that change to happen and listen. And I was extraordinarily fortunate when I got the position of executive director that I had a string of presidents like that. You talk about people like John Orth. I can go back and I can give you things that exist today that they started.
Yeah.
They were, you know, pure of heart here when they working for the association and improving the association, and that just made the job easier. And then, you know, as those things started to take hold, you know, it started to come around, and that was kind of the beginning of building the culture of the association as it has been enhanced since then and exists today, where it really is a professional outfit and is very inclusive, and everything's high quality. I just, you know, it was really a very unique experience. Quite frankly, it was an exciting experience. It was really fun to be part of all of that and see what could be done. And it was fun to see how perceptions changed, how the perceptions of the universities changed toward the association, the state board. Now, credit due back to Bill Sullivan. In the early days, Bill was very politically savvy. Yeah. He understood how things worked, and the network of people that he worked with in the early years assumed important positions at the state board, TRS, different places like that, and in the legislature. So he knew these people on a personal level, and he also understood how things worked. And he caused a lot of things to happen in the legislature. You know, the principal recognition bill, for example.
Governor Ogilvy, right, from years ago.
You know, that was Senate Bill 258. I can't remember the number exactly, but that was Bill's license plate for 2 or 3 years. I mean, he just did stuff like that. He was really smart. And after Bill left, that all just kind of dropped off for a while, and we just kind of became a non-player. And one of the things that group of future presidents, when they sat me down, said, we want to be a player. Yeah. And here are the places we want to be involved in and viewed as an important player. And I walked out of there with the list, like a shopping list.
Well, yeah. So, Dave, as we, talk about just the history of things and, think some other people that come to mind, Larry's pretty important to this association. You talk about the growth of workshops in the 90s, and of course somebody that cared a lot about kids and the profession and all of that, and also had a passion, particularly where legal work was concerned. Though he wasn't an attorney, he always prefaced everything with that, but knew the law about as well as an attorney.
Yes, he did.
Larry was critical, and I was fortunate to know him and go to some of his stuff as well. But you know Larry a long time before.
Some of his stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, he can get a kick out of that too. But you've known Larry a long time here, and he was important IPA for sure.
Larry was important on a number of levels. He was a professor at Eastern and taught school law and a lot of other things in their Ed Leader program. And he did nearly all of the legal workshops. I really believe that there are a lot of people who came to the fall conference just because Larry was there. Yeah. And to catch up on things. And then he kind of instituted some some publications that the association had, and wrote an awful lot of columns in the Illinois Principal, and then when we started the small publication called
Leadership.
Larry wrote the very first issue.
Yeah.
He was one of our best authors and one of our most knowledgeable writers, and he was very influential, and he was just an interesting guy to be around because he was a real character. Went to the Air Force Academy and played football, and was good enough that he played with the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
That he really never got to play in a game because he got busted up before that ever happened. But he was a hell of an athlete, and I could tell you more stories, but we won't.
There's a lot to absorb there.
It sure was. So that helped, and it really helped membership because Larry, at the drop of a hat, would go from the suburbs to Pope County to do a workshop or a seminar or whatever, and he'd always draw a crowd. And, we talk about growing membership. Well, it's kind of funny how you think some of those things happen, but I always credit Larry with that. One little Larry story. We were working on all kinds of stuff that we wanted to do, and we wanted to design a new logo. Larry came up with the idea with the 3 little interlocking rings for the 3 associations, and that's on the logo. That was Larry's idea.
Elementary, middle, secondary, right? Representing those 3.
Absolutely. That was Larry's idea.
I love that.
So,
and that's a legacy that'll hang around for a long time.
It's always going to be there.
That's right.
I don't know how many people know that background story, but that was Larry's idea.